Hey everybody, we are back in our new space. You may have missed us, but we are no longer in the black background, so we have this lovely wall now. Today we actually wanted to talk about something that we brought on recently that is a chemical peel. So we used to kind of have one, but we just never really promoted it. It required a lot of upfront work on the patients, and that was just difficult to arrange.
Yeah.
So the new chemical peel we have now is called the Perfect Derma Peel. It is a medium depth professional grade chemical peel. And so Liz, kind of talk about why would someone choose to do a chemical peel?
Yeah, so I really, in my practice recently, had not been doing a lot of chemical peels just because, a lot of people don't want to prep for 4 weeks before they do any kind of treatment. While I would love for my patients to do that, it's just not realistic. And sometimes, you just want to get going. You just want to get started. So we chose the Perfect Derma Peel because it does not require any prep. So you don't have to be on certain skincare for a month beforehand. And it also can treat any skin type with this. So it doesn't matter how fair your skin is or how dark your skin is. It's going to be great for you. It also treats a variety of skin issues. So we'll talk about that a little bit more, but basically we just wanted to bring on a chemical peel that would service our patients and a huge population of our patients in a good way.
Yeah. When she mentions all skin types, a big thing is that this can treat darker skin tones. So something that you have to be cautious of when working with melanated or darker skin tones is that you can't really do a whole lot of lasers. So the way lasers work is that whatever you're targeting is going to absorb the light energy of the laser. On skin like ours that's pretty pale, that works great. If we're targeting a dark spot, it's darker than the plain skin around it, so it readily absorbs that light energy to basically get rid of it. In darker skin tones, obviously the skin is going to absorb that energy too. So when you have darker skin, you're more susceptible to laser burns. So that severely limits you on what you can do regarding like IPL, resurface. But even with RF, radio frequency devices, you still run the risk of causing damage to the skin.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of a big thing, how you can treat hyperpigmentation, you can treat texture issues with a chemical peel instead of playing this kind of risky game with lasers.
Yeah. And, and a lot of lasers can be used on darker skin types, but to your point, we have to change the settings. We have to be a little bit safer. We have to go a little bit lower, a little bit slower. So sometimes you will need more treatments if you're someone with darker skin type, even if we're using a laser that is safe for you. And obviously lasers are a little bit more of a financial commitment. So having the versatility to be able to offer a patient who maybe doesn't want to spend as much as you would have to spend on a laser, whether they do have melanated skin or not, it's just a nice option to have for people. Yes, the downtime is a little bit longer, but ultimately it is a little bit more cost effective and still effective treatment to offer patients of all skin tones. So.
Speaking of downtime, with this peel, do not get it done right before a special event. If you are getting married this weekend and it's Thursday, do not do this peel.
Absolutely not.
So the biggest thing with a chemical peel is that you are going to peel after. It's right in the name, so definitely expect it. So kind of what does the recovery time look like for a peel like this?
So the first day, your skin's going to feel tight and almost like it has a film over it. It will also look darker. So the chemical peel itself, it has a little bit of an orange tint to it. So you might kind of look like you've had a bad spray tan when you leave our office. And then that skin and that peel is just going to get tighter and tighter as you go. You do get to go home with all of your post-care. So we give you a little box, all the instructions in it, exactly what to do for the next several days. And so you'll have kind of that tight feeling for the first 2 days. And then days 3 to 6 is when you do most of your peeling. The most important thing of your recovery is not to peel the skin away. So just plan and prepare to look a little bit crazy for a few days, but by day 7, usually all the peeling is gone and you've got fresh, nice new skin.
And it kind of peels in some kind of times like big kind of like portions of the face. So you can trim it if it's like hanging off and you're like, this isn't going to work. You can trim it. The biggest thing is we don't want to pull it, because if you pull it or pick at it, you run the risk of ending with issues greater than you started with. So,
and the other very interesting thing about this peel is, even if you've done one before and you peeled in huge sheets, you may come in for your second peel and you may just have flakiness. So it's very dependent on what phase your skin is in or what how your skin reacts to it at that time. So I always tell patients we can't anticipate how you're going to react, but we always assume you're just going to peel in sheets. That way, if you don't, you're just pleasantly surprised. But you never know.
Yeah. Another thing is that a lot of times people hear chemical peel and they're like, that's horrible. I don't want to do that. This peel is actually, it does not burn going on.
Mm-mm.
It has a topical anesthetic in it. So they say on the first pass, there might be a mild stinging,
Mhm.
and then that's going to get to work to numb the skin. And then the other passes are pretty uneventful. It takes honestly about 15 minutes
Yeah.
from start to finish. You're essentially just coating your whole skin with a piece of gauze that's soaked in the chemical peel.
Mhm.
And then you're good to go. It self-neutralizes like about 6 hours later, so
Mhm.
you don't have to worry about timing it just right to wash it off or it's going to burn
Yeah.
you. It doesn't do that. You just leave it on the whole day, basically.
Yeah. And honestly, the strong smell of it is what most people complain
Yeah.
about. It's not the sting. It just
Yeah.
has a strong smell. So I usually give you a fan to blow that smell away.
Yeah.
But she smells strong, but she's great.
Yeah. It smells strong, but it does not feel strong.
No.
So.
Yeah.
The big thing with chemical peels is that it can target a lot of different kind of problem areas or areas of concern. So
Yeah.
what do you kind of advertise as the best, spots to treat with a
Yeah.
chemical peel?
So I really like it to treat post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which is a big word to just basically say dark spots after acne, or other things can cause it to scars, things like that. But I love it for that. I love it for active acne, just kind of anti-aging purposes, dark spots, texture. I mean, it's basically anything and everything. This peel has a combination of retinol, TCA, kojic acid, salicylic acid, and a bunch of other ingredients, which we'll list on the screen here. But all of those work in combination to treat a huge variety of things. But I especially love it for the patients with kind of those dark spots related to previous acne.
Yeah. Another thing is that with this peel, you may need more than one.
Yes.
So like a lot of other treatments where we say, get it done in a series of 3, like 4 to 6 weeks apart. It's kind of the same way. Obviously, not everybody is going to need 3, depending on what they're trying to target. Sometimes you just need 1 or 2, but generally they say 3 a person.
People who already have pretty good skin and just need a nice little refresh, it's fine to do 1, and I think you have great results. But if we're really trying to target some stubborn pigmentation or anti-aging concerns in general, definitely a series of 3 is usually the way to go.
And this peel at our office is $300. So it's a little less, it's a little more affordable than some of the other lasers and, energy devices. So it is a good option for a lot of patients out there.
Yeah, I think it's really important that we remember to take care of our skin. And winter's a really good time to do chemical peels. Your skin's already a little bit dry. You're already, you're out of the sun. We're not baking. Well, we should never be baking in the sun, but even if you do bake in the sun in the summer, you're not baking in the sun right now. So it's a good time to do a chemical peel.
Another interesting thing about this chemical peel is that it's not just for the face.
Yeah.
Obviously, our whole body is covered in skin, and it is both safe and recommended to use elsewhere. So if you have...
So, like, I have a lot of patients who complain of, like, their knees looking darker or their elbows looking darker, those areas where we kind of build up that dry, dead skin. Those are really cool areas to treat. Also, sometimes we have acne on other spots of our body besides our face. So treating places with acne or acne scars with it. Basically anywhere where your skin is just dull, dark, lackluster, or you have imperfections, we can use it to treat there. So that's a really cool thing. We're going to be talking a lot in the near future about ways to enhance your appearance outside of the face. So this is a good leeway.
Another interesting thing, if you treat the body, you don't necessarily have to worry about peeling on your face, obviously, because you're probably going to wear clothes anyway in the winter. So that's an added benefit, is that there's not a whole lot of recovery time if you're fully clothed and you treated your elbows or your knees.
Again, in the winter. So it's a great time. Okay, come peel with us. That's stupid. Don't.
No, that's good. Put that in there.